Now, with that being said, let's take it over to the other side of the studio to Antonio and Dr. Guajardo, who have some details on a new approach to lipo.
Thank you, Hannah. Now, looking to tune up your body, ever thought about liposuction? Well, there is a new method of liposuction developed with the objective of improving patient safety and procedure outcomes during cosmetic surgery. And I'm here with Dr. Manuel Guajardo, who is visiting us from the city of Bronzeville this morning. How are you doing, doctor?
Doing fine, thank you.
So there's a big commotion about Tickle Lipo. Who can be a candidate, and explain what Tickle Lipo is?
Tickle Lipo is a form of liposuction. It's the main advantage to it is it can be done in the office, and it's generally done under local anesthesia.
Right.
Because it's done in the office, you have to have a healthy patient. People who have otherwise healthy, don't have any major illnesses like hypertension or diabetes or asthma are candidates that could possibly be done in the office setting.
Now, you mentioned you have to be a healthy patient. How about people who suffer from high blood pressure, a heart condition, diabetes?
Usually those people who may have diabetes or high blood pressure are not candidates for this procedure.
In terms of weight, how much do you have to weigh in order to be considered for this type of procedure?
It depends on what you're seeking. We usually base it on your basal metabolic index, which is a indirect measurement of your percent body fat. So if your BMI is way too high, you may not be a candidate. Okay. But most people usually qualify.
Now, what about recovery time? You mentioned that the recovery time is a lot shorter than your normal liposuction procedure. What is the recovery time like? And obviously, after they leave your office, how long after they are able to see their bodies, you know, in the shape and form that they want it?
Results are generally pretty instantaneous. You can see results within a day or two. You'll notice significant change. As far as recovery, most people within a day or two, they can be back at work doing what they normally do. You do have to wear a garment for a couple of weeks, but as far as limitation of activity, exercise, within 3 or 4 days, you're back doing what you do.
And we're taking a look at some of the patient advantages for this Tickle Lipo here. You said it was safe and comfortable, 24 to 48-hour recovery period. Another advantage is little or no discomfort, minimal to no bruising. A lot of people are concerned about that, whether it was the regular form of liposuction or this Tickle Lipo. How does bruising, did they get bruised after the procedure? Or?
The advantage of Tickle Lipo is that the apparatus itself it vibrates and rotates as it's working, and therefore frees up the fat, and therefore it's less traumatic to the tissues. Because it's less traumatic, there's less bruising, less bleeding, less swelling, and a much quicker recovery. So those are the biggest advantages to Tickle Lipo versus traditional liposuction.
Now, you are the only surgeon south of San Antonio performing this kind of procedure.
That I am aware of, that's correct. I haven't seen anybody else doing this particular procedure. There's other people doing traditional liposuction or some other form of liposuction, but as far as Tickle Lipo that I'm aware of, I think we're the only ones.
What are some of the responses that you get from both men and women who visit your office?
We do both men and women, and we have done men, and we can certainly get very good results with both men and women. The response has been phenomenal. People are very excited. They like the fact that it's done in the office. You don't have to go to the hospital. Within 2 days, you're back doing what you normally do. Pain is minimal. A Tylenol or two, if at all, is all that usually takes.
So you can go to your office on a Friday, get the procedure done, you know, rest over the weekend, and you'll be back to work on Monday.
You will, yes.
Perfect. Where can we contact you at in case we want to make an appointment, in case we want to stop by your office and ask more questions? We actually have the address on your screen, which is 300 Lorenali Drive. That's, of course, in Bronzeville. The number of your clinic there is 350-5007. We can also find you on Facebook, and you have all this information that we just discussed about on your website, which is guajardowomensclinic.com. Dr. Guajardo, I'll be paying you a visit.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, thank you for being here. Let's take a break.